Alright, so this is a video on what's inside a Garmin Edge 500, and in order to open up the Garmin Edge 500 you actually need to have a Torx screw, and this is the Torx screw right here. I don't know if you can see it because my camera won't focus that close, but anyway, you can buy one of these Torx screws in a kit, and I actually bought this in a 31-in-1 electron screwdriver set that I purchased from China for about $6 on eBay. And what I love about this kit is that it comes with a whole bunch of different screw mounting accessories, and here is the screw itself, or the screwdriver itself. For $6 with a whole plethora of different types of attachment tools, I think it was pretty awesome. Anyway, so essentially you have to remove the four screws right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you will see the pressure plate come off right here, or the front plate come off right here. I'm not sure if you can actually order this front plate from Garmin, but that would be pretty awesome if it did, if you could. I'm gonna say the part number is 01347. You can see that right there. Well, it says 01347. And you have like a little rubber weather sealing around the edge right there. And that's pretty much the front cover. Yeah. So it's a one-piece front cover. That'd be really awesome if Garmin would supply spare parts. Next, you have the LCD screen, and you want to be very careful with this LCD screen, as LCD screens tend to get scratched very, very easily. You'll also want to have a blower to blow off the dust when you're ready to put the screen back in. On this side, it looks like this is where the barometric pressure meter is. It's right here, and it just looks like this little hole that kind of stands out. This is the GPS. I want to say this is a GPS sensor. So when you're pointing the Garmin Edge up, this is what catches the relay and looks for the satellites. And when you flip open the LCD screen to the other side, you'll see that it's attached by a little cord right here. Kinda can't see. Okay, there you go. And it says on the PCB board, hang on. Have it upside down. It says on the PCB board, let me make sure you see it. It says Garmin 105 version 5. Then it has this product serial number with the barcode so that Garmin can scan it and just hot swap the motherboard if you need to. And there's a whole bunch of little components on the motherboard itself. It looks like there's a lot of space on the motherboard, so the Garmin Edge 500 can actually be made a lot smaller than it currently is. This is 2013, so I'm pretty sure if they really wanted to, they could make a even smaller Garmin Edge. But the trade-off would be you'd have less battery life. Alright, so on the back, you have the power connector right here, and I'll show you how to install and remove that. You have the USB port, the is it the micro USB, or is it the USB B type B port? And then you have, I believe this is the GPS right here, this little thing, but I can't read it because the text is very, very, very small. What else? You have your power buttons, or your buttons right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is pretty much it for the LCD and motherboard combo. Let's take a look at the back right here. So according to my GPS, this GPS was manufactured July 5th, 2010. So this makes this GPS about 3 years old. You can see the battery details right here. It is a 3.7 volt, 700 milliamp, 2.59 watt hour battery. And it's made in Japan, finished in Taiwan, and that's just the serial number of the battery. Right here you have the rubber connector, or rubber cover, that seals in the USB area. You also have some super glue, or this is rubber cement right there that seals that in as well. And the main reason, you're probably wondering why I'm opening my Garmin Edge up. I actually had a problem with my Garmin Edge, and essentially the problem was I was using my fingernail to press the button every once in a while, and I actually damaged this button. And what happens is when you damage the button depresses at a slight angle. So I'll show you really quick. So here's a normal button push, correct? Now, what was happening for this button was that it was being pushed at a side. So if you could imagine this, but on this button, the contact wasn't making quite enough. And so I actually had to rebuild this port area with some super glue, some regular Elmer's glue, and I put a piece of paper here for reinforcement. So just in case if either of those fail or wear out over time, the paper will help spread that weight distribution over. Also, I put this piece of paper here as a shim, so that way you can, I don't know if you can see it here, but see this shim sticks out a little bit more so than these buttons. And this actually makes it easier for when I'm riding and pressing the button, that I don't have to press so hard to get it in or to activate the menu button, which I find is kind of cumbersome to do when you're riding because you have to press hard right here. Instead, by shimming this button, I was able to just, make this a little bit more responsive, so I wouldn't have to press as hard and it would get me to the menu button without fatiguing my thumb. Anyway, that pretty much covers how to oh wait, I forgot one thing. This battery is actually held in by double-sided tape. I believe it's double-sided tape. It's either double-sided tape or glue on the backside. So if you want to replace this battery with the third-party batteries that are being sold on eBay for about $10 to $15, you'd have to remove this, and then you could probably get away with just leaving the adhesive underneath and just resetting the new battery. Just putting maybe some Elmer's glue right here, and then that should be okay. But I forgot to show you one last step, and this is how to attach the battery. And I don't think anybody else on the internet has really talked about it, but it's something that I feel that should be brought up. So anyway, how it's done, oops, I'm doing this the wrong way. Alright, so how it's done is that you want to flip the motherboard on this side, and you're going to see right here on, oops, let me set this aside real quick. On this side of the terminal, you can't see it, but it says PUSH, and essentially what that means is that you need to push the connector in. It's not a push out, because when I was doing it, I actually tried pushing it out like this, but that was not the correct way. You actually have to line it up and then just press it down. So as you can see here, the connector terminal is lined up, and then you just press it down, and it should fit nice and snug. And again, on how to remove the battery terminal without damaging the circuits, what you want to do is you want to get like a little pin or a little poker or a screwdriver, anyway, and you just want to approach it from the top right here and then lift up. And it might be hard to do, but you want to make sure that you lift up at an angle so that you pop it up. And it's not popping up because I pressed it in pretty hard. Hang on, give me a second. And there you go. So that's pretty much how to detach the battery from the Garmin Edge 500. And all you really need to do to access the Edge 500, which is awesome, I like that Garmin made this very simple and easy to disassemble. You have 4 screws right here, and then you also have, you have 4 Torx screws right here, and then you only have 3 mini Phillips head screws that attach the motherboard to the base unit or the base area. So these screws they connect from right here. 1, 2, 3, and I will show you that right here on the board right here. And the screw mounting holes are 1, 2, 3. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's pretty long, but yeah, that's a quick look inside the Garmin Edge 500. Thanks for watching.